Taking Care of Commode Troubles. First off, I would like to say anyone viewing this video should not view it as professional advice. I am simply someone who flushed her cell phone down the commode and had to fix it myself. So I figured I'd share with you how I did that and maybe it can help you figure out how to solve a problem in similar circumstances. So what motivated me to do this myself was I did call a plumber, but the price was $300 plus for plumber fees. And to be honest with you, after the three, I didn't even see what it was, so I really can't tell you the exact price, but all I had was $100. So I had to learn hands-on healing for my own plumbing in my own home. So next thing I had to do was figure out how I was going to gear myself towards taking care of this problem I'd never done before. So it helped to visualize. In visualizing, I've changed my perspective. First, I thought about outhouses back before they had indoor plumbing and how creepy they might have been with spiders and creepy crawly things, damp wood, darkness, and things of that sort. And then I visualized little girls having to use the potty in these horrible places. And then if they can handle that, I most certainly can handle modern technology, indoor plumbing, and getting a cell phone out of my commode. So the first thing I had to do is get the right supplies. So what I needed was a plunger, bleach, caulk, pliers, screwdriver, gloves, and paper towels. And it's as simple as that, and I'm ready to get started. The next thing I want to do is clear the area, get rid of everything around the commode. The more space you have, the less creeped out you're going to be when it comes to handling things. I use 2 gloves because sometimes it's nice to be able to feel what it is that you're doing with your, more skin contact type way. And then the gloves, the thicker gloves, help you feel a little bit more cleaner when it comes to handling things. And if you need to have that more direct contact, you can always take the big glove off for the purpose. Now the next thing is the bleach. Bleach is very important. I use the bleach to pour right into the plunger so that I can really get in there and clean out the clog, as well as putting inside the commode to clean out the inside of the commode, outside the commode, floor of the commode, everything around the commode. So the next thing I want to do is I got rid of the lid. The lid doesn't have to be taken off, but because I wanted to take everything off and tip this over and pour my cell out, I figured it'd be easier. The less things around it, the better. This one released on the top, but if yours doesn't release on the top, underneath there's 2 screws on both sides. You can just take those off. And down on the bottom is where you're going to go ahead and unscrew so that you can get it up off of the floor. And you may have to not only unscrew these screws here, but also get rid of some of the caulk on the side to loosen up the commode a little bit. Now if that's still a little bit too heavy, you can take the tank off. You don't have to, and that again is just 2 screws on both sides. And then you want to watch out for a little rubber that they use to keep the porcelain from scraping against each other. Don't lose those pieces and make sure they're put back in the right place. Now on the other side of the tank, you'll see this pipe here is where the water comes in, and you're going to go ahead and turn that off. Once you turn that off on the bottom here, stop the water from flowing in, you'll flush it and get rid of the water in the tank. And then of course if you have the plunger, then out of the commode. And then you can go ahead and unscrew that and take the commode out. Once you do that, again, you might want to use the bleach to clear the floor. Actually, how many times are you going to have the opportunity to clean underneath the commode? So you go ahead and clean that area. Take the commode outside. Now I have you see here, the hole is pretty big, and you can pretty much see in there whatever is wedged or in blocking. And my cell phone was kind of wedged, so it's blocking the water flow. So I just kind of like knocked it out of there, and it just came right out through the bowl of the commode. The next thing I did is I went ahead and cleaned the commode off and then put it back into place, put all the things back around it, got my bathroom back to the way it was before this whole disaster started. And the beauty of this story is that when you do your hands-on repairs, then instead of having to visualize, what you're going to do in the case of an overflowing commode by visualizing this horrible thing so you can deal with it, you can visualize this wonderful end result because you will know you can deal with it. This is Taking Care from takingcare.ws, sharing with you on the beyond side of taking care, how to take care of commode troubles.